Hello guys, Des12530 here, back again with another video. I know it's been quite a bit. Also, with my last video, Return to R6, and with my stream I did on Borderlands 2 the other day, there's been a lot of stuff. And you guys may not understand what's going on. So, I'm going to do a quick update, just because why not? And then after that, I will just talk about, stuff that I want to talk about for the moment. So, reason why I haven't been posting. I literally, zoomed over it in my last video. But basically, I've been uninterested in recording videos. I've been uninterested in live streaming, just playing certain games that I record for you guys normally. Like I said, with Rainbow, I'm finally getting back into it because I have a friend in a squad now that I enjoy playing with consistently. And don't worry, Mayhem is still my friend. We just don't play very often because he likes to play ranked too much. As for games I am playing right now, I'm playing games like, obviously, the game you're seeing here, Modern Warfare Remastered. Ever since it came out for free, I downloaded it and I've been loving it. It's one of my favorite games right now. As for other games, obviously Borderlands 2. I've been playing a bit of Battlefield, not very much, not as much as I used to. Obviously, Rainbow Six Siege is back, all that. But other than that, I just haven't been playing as much as I used to, and I'm not going to record and post Black Ops 4, even though I play the game, because I strictly do not want content like that on anymore, especially after all the shit Treyarch pulled. So even though I'll still continue playing the game because I just like playing the game, I'm not going to post, record anything like that, because I know that I'm not going to give them more publicity to their game after the shit they've pulled. As for Modern Warfare Remastered, I'll try posting it a bit, because I know this game is really well liked at the moment, especially because there's not much going on that's horrible per se. And obviously Borderlands I'm still going to try and post every once in a while, but Borderlands isn't going to be my main thing. As for Battlefield 4, I'm having a big issue trying to play. I know, I'm sorry about that, guys, but I'm probably going to have to stop that, even for those guys that didn't care. I will have to stop it for a little bit because, well, I'm just burnt out on Battlefield for the most part. I've been playing some Battlefield 5, but that's it. Maybe some Hardline here and there, but I haven't been playing Battlefield 4 as consistently as I was. So I'm sorry about that, but that's going to have to be on hold. Other than that, that's the end of the updates. Nothing much is changing. Aside from that, I'm going to try and post a bit more now that I'm getting a bit more into the groove. But yeah. So that was 3 minutes of my commentary taken out. Either way, I'm going to go into what I actually wanted to talk about. And that was, well, something that I've been seeing a lot, and this may get me a bit controversial to some people, but I've noticed something over the past few years, and it's something that a lot of people are pushing, and it's quite sad to know that from my own research and from other people's research, it's true. And that is, well, how do I say this in a way that doesn't get me demonetized? Who am I kidding? I'm not monetized anyways. Oh well. How the news slash media and some online sources, basically media in general, how media portrays school shootings, other shootings, just mass shootings and stuff like this. And I'll put a link to him eventually in the description. It might take a little bit because I have to go into YouTube Editor because this thing doesn't let me put a link in there. But who it is this guy called Optimus. And if you guys don't know him, like I said, I'll put a link into the description. He talks about news and stuff like that on his channel. And I've gotten a lot of my information from him, but I've also looked up like sideways for myself. But I'm agreeing with his opinion on the fact that the news media does two things to make that I disagree with school shooters. One, they portray them as martyrs, or in this case, they basically shift the blame to someone else and say that they are not at fault, even though 90% of the time they are at fault and there's nothing, and they're just psychopaths. For the 1% that actually did have something wrong with them, that's a different story. That I can still support. But it's those people that try and place the blame of something else onto the shooting instead of actually, blaming the person that did it. They also talk about, they also portray them a lot. They talk about, what they do, like, what their life was, and it makes them famous. Like, had they just said that there was a shooting in Columbine and not told the people, there wouldn't be memes, about basketball players shooting up schools now, and stuff like this. And that's where some of these people get this from, is the fact that there's, these people get made famous, people joke about it eventually once it's finally over, and then other people realize that, either A, they can get famous, or B, I can use this to manipulate the world to my liking, even if I'm dead. So it's really sad, but I think that honestly what the news needs to do is stop posting these people's lives on the internet after these shootings have happened. There was one that was the worst one. I forget which. There was a video of it too. That actually Optimus made a video on this as well. But there was a I believe it was called Channel 7, something like that. It was channel some number. But basically, they ended up showing some of the victims' families the full live stream of the guy shooting up the New Zealand, the mosque in New Zealand, and I'm just horrified to see that people these newscasters do this. But now I also know why, and that's because, well, all newscasters want is clicks, likes, all this other stuff. They don't care whether the information is actually good or, whether it does anything to benefit people. All they want is they want money. And it sucks. So, I'm going to state this straight out. I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be around the bush with this. If you plan on watching mainstream media for, the news, Fox, stuff like that, or, you read the newspaper, I would say just make sure you check multiple sources first. I know that's something that you should probably already do, but I'm saying this more than anything. Check multiple sources, and do not just check multiple mainstream medias. Check other online sources that could be of use, and make your own conclusion. Because some of the arguments that they post about, oh, video games, blame this, which is one of the main things I don't disagree with. Sorry, that I disagree with. But I'm not going to go, rant about that. That'll be for another day. But basically, just make up your own things. Make your own opinion based on stuff you find. I'm not going to hate on you for watching mainstream media. I watch it sometimes myself, but I don't use it as as my general source of information. I look up YouTube. I look up internet articles occasionally if I'm really interested in the topic. And yeah, so that's really all I had to talk about. But I will say this last piece. Well, since I can't say anything about some of the older things, even though I I can, but it's not really. It's long past the time. But I will say this for the New Zealand people, even though this happened a few weeks ago and I didn't post it when it happened. But to all the people that died there, I am sorry for your loss. I cannot do anything more to help personally because I don't have money to donate. But I feel bad. This should have never happened. I know you guys may not see this, but I just want to say that. So guys, I'll be seeing you guys all later. Like and subscribe, and press F to pay respects for these people who died that day. I'll be seeing you guys all later.